In this Get Pregnant Now Quickie, we're going to be discussing red flags that you can see in your cycle before you ever get a diagnosis. Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reasons you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we? And this Get Pregnant Now Quickie, you'll walk away with which cycle patterns are actually early warning signs of suboptimal fertility, why normal labs don't always mean a healthy cycle, and how charting your cycle puts power back in your hands instead of waiting years for a diagnosis. So let's talk about some red flags that you can see in your cycle. And when you're tracking your cycle, you're able to take this information, bring it to your doctor, bring it to your fertility coach, whoever's on your fertility team, and discuss it with them. And you might be able to pull out different patterns of things that could be happening. So this is actually something that I have my clients do while we're working together. They're either tracking with basal body temperature, we're tracking their cervical mucus, potentially tracking their hormones, using things like Anito or Mira at home, and just seeing how their cycle is responding in real time. And because, of course, with my clients, we're looking into deeper testing to see what could the possible root cause be for them. And there's going to be some certain recommendations, nutrition, lifestyle, supplements, and we want to see how that is changing your cycle and your hormones in real time. And that is why tracking is so important. So, number one is late or inconsistent ovulation. So if ovulation is happening after cycle day 18, or it's jumping around every cycle and it's super irregular, this could point to potential blood sugar dysregulation, PCOS tendencies, high stress or a dysregulated nervous system, and potentially some thyroid dysfunction as well. And these signs often show up long before PCOS or hyperthyroidism is officially diagnosed. Number two is a short luteal phase. So I'm talking about a luteal phase less than 10 days. And having a consistently short luteal phase can signal low progesterone output by the corpus luteum, poor ovulation quality, potential nutrient deficiencies like B vitamins, magnesium, or zinc, and chronic inflammation or stress. And many women are told everything looks fine. Actually, your body is not able to support a healthy implantation. Number three is low or erratic basal body temperatures. So if your follicular phase temperatures are low, and if your post-ovulation temps don't rise very much, maybe they drop early on, or they're just up and down, and fluctuate wildly, this could point to potential thyroid issues. So typically with hypothyroidism, we're seeing low overall temperature, poor mitochondrial function, so this can be impacting egg quality, inadequate progesterone signaling, and definitely a gut imbalance. So if your temperatures are very jagged in the luteal phase, that could point to a gut dysbiosis. And these signs are going to be totally missed if you're not charting your cycle. Number four is cervical mucus that is missing or is just completely off. So red flags include little to no fertile cervical mucus, sticky or dry patterns of cervical mucus during your fertile window, and cervical mucus that's disappearing early. So it's showing up, but it's not lasting very long. This can indicate estrogen imbalance, dehydration or mineral depletion, chronic stress, and potential vaginal or cervical inflammation. And fertility requires not only a healthy ovulation, but a hospitable environment for sperm survival. And this is especially important if your partner is struggling with suboptimal sperm quality. Number five is spotting before your period. Spotting 1 to 5 days or more before your period is not normal, and it's not normal just because you're aging. What this is telling us is that you likely have low progesterone. You may have high estrogen relative to your progesterone levels. You could be having inflammation, impaired detox pathways, and of course, again, some gut issues as well. So this can be one of the most ignored yet important chart clues. And I say ignored and maybe almost just accepted because so many women are actually struggling with their progesterone, that it's common that women are spotting before their period, but it is not normal. Number 6 is pain patterns that repeat every cycle. So if you're noting in your chart consistently any pain with ovulation, cramping before you get your period, or any other PMS issues, these can be early signs of endometriosis, pelvic inflammation, and maybe some stagnation in the womb area as well. And many women experience this years before they ever get any official diagnosis. So, why does this matter? Charting your cycle and getting to know your cycle is not just for your fertile window. It's actually data in real time. Your cycle is showing you things long before labs may turn abnormal, long before an ultrasound might show cysts, long before your doctor ever finally gives you a diagnosis. So, charting your cycle helps you move from I guess we'll just wait and see what happens to I can see what's going on in my body right now. And speaking of charting and all of these different data points and things that we can find, if you haven't listened to this past Tuesday's episode, you're going to want to go and check that one out, where we talked about the fertility awareness method and how you can use this information to see what potential underlying causes could be going on for you if you're not getting pregnant while charting your cycle. So let's recap and bring this all home. So today you learned that your fertility chart, your cycle charting, tracking, whatever you want to call it, can reveal hormone imbalances, ovulation quality issues, thyroid and stress patterns, implantation barriers, and potential gut dysregulation. And this is often years before a formal diagnosis is given. And the earlier you're listening to your body, the earlier you can intervene. And my favorite BBT tracker that I have my clients use is called TempDrop. You can use my link and code to receive a stackable 15% off and start tracking your cycle with intention today. So, in closing, if you've been told everything looks normal, but your cycle is telling you a different story, trust what your body is communicating with you, okay? And if you are ready to have more clarity on your fertility journey, maybe you have been tracking your cycle for a while now and you're just not really sure what it's telling you, book your free fertility strategy call. We can go over your cycle charts together. We're going to map out your personalized fertility plan so you can finally grow the family of your dreams. So head to the link in the show notes now, book your call. Spots are limited. And I just want to thank you so much for listening and being with me here today. I hope you have a gorgeous day, and I'll see you on our next episode, released every Tuesday and Thursday. Are you ready to finally discover why you haven't been able to get or stay pregnant? The Ultimate Fertility Blueprint is a quick, insightful quiz designed to reveal your overall capacity to conceive and help you discover potential root causes and areas to address to improve your fertility so you can finally get and stay pregnant. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a quick reminder and disclaimer, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider before starting any new supplement or protocol, especially if you're actively trying to conceive or undergoing treatment.